Good night, fellow punchers. The clock on the wall says 10 to 9 on Wednesday night. Back with a couple for tomorrow. Hadn't a lot of time to do any study this afternoon like yesterday, although we only had few places today. But at least I made an effort yesterday, but today I had no time. We had a hectic day today. We started off early this morning, breakfast 8 o'clock. And the only thing was the rocks of sugar, no grains of sugar, loose sugar for the cornflakes. The rest was A1. We went to walking to Guildhall and lots of photographs taken. And the Titanic, all the names of the people that drowned it, the over 1,500 people that drowned it. I asked to see was any of his surnames on. So he said, don't know who that is. United Kingdom number. But there was a Jackson and a Johnson, all right. But there was his grandmother's name would have been Quinn, but he said the Quinns wouldn't have been able to afford a ticket on the Titanic. And we went from there. He'd done his shopping in Carroll's shopping, and he was delighted. He got everything he wanted there, and it was 2 for €50 or 50 quid and that, and he saved himself, said €150 this morning. So we went on to Stormont House then after that. There's a tough old pull up there. There's a hill everywhere we're walking lately. My legs would be tired. We're still tired after the 5 or 6 mile walk the other day, but we done it anyway. And on after that we went to Killowen Medieval Church. 'Twas ruins out in the middle of the country, and I thought it was a church we were looking for, but 'twas the ruins way down at the back of the house. But eventually we found them anyway. But he was happy to take photographs of stuff like that. Then we went to Killilea Castle Towers, and again that's there's people living in that actually in Killilea. We went on towards Downpatrick then. So we came back and we had about a half an hour's rest or break, and we went for the dinner to that the Mourne Seafood Bar. We were there about 5:15. It opened at 5 o'clock, and there's about 10 people there, 5 twos, but we hadn't a reservation made. So even though the place was practically empty, that's not that big of a place anyway, but they couldn't take us. So we had the dinner in Hercules Bar. It was fine. I had the stew, and he had fish and chips. So he wanted to go for a bit of a walk then. So we're going to Fibber McGee's at 9:30. It's now 5 to 9. So he had a couple of pints. I had no other to get to. I might have 2 with him, and that'll be it. Because we're on the road early tomorrow, and we're heading for Meath. So we're going to Newgrange, Slane Castle, there's another castle, and Trim Castle. It's not about castles tomorrow, and that's it. So we're staying in Trim tomorrow night, and then I have to leave him at the airport about 11 o'clock Friday, and I'll be glad to get home. It was too much of a trip for me. We could be all right. 5 days or 6 will be fine, but it was too much the first time. Now I'm itching to get back west. But delighted. Belfast turned out great, I must say. He's delighted that the bad time he had in Derry has gone out of the system before he goes home. But he bought one of the things he was delighted to buy today was a car plate with Pogue Mahone written on it, and he's going to put it on a Mustang that he has on the front. Legally he can do that, so he's going to drive around, and he said that he's the only person that will understand and know what it means. So I didn't see any race in Hurley. There was only one race I seen today. We had several places again. What was it? Beautiful Diamond was placed. Prosperous Voyage placed. Well, there was big money for that. That was placed, and Circle of Fire placed. So hopefully tomorrow we may get a winner. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mention 2 races, and if I get a chance later on or early in the morning, I'll add to it. Going straight to the Gold Cup tomorrow, 2 miles 4. I said a few weeks ago, back in Coltrane. We backed it last year. It done us a couple of good turns last year. Won at this meeting, but it was only in the handicap at 14-1, wasn't it? 14-1. That was of 98. He's come on a long way since. But the only one thing, I mentioned something last night about that, the Hunt Cup today, that 8 of the last 9 winners was the 4-year-old. And a 4-year-old won it again today, Jimi Hendrix. That's why I chose the other one, 4-year-old Awal, and that was third. And similar to this, a 4-year-old won it last year, Kyprios. Subjectivist was 4. And then if you look at Stradivarius was won it for 3 years, but when he won it first, he was a 4-year-old. Big Orange won it the previous year as a 6-year-old. Before that was Order of St. George, 4-year-old. Trip to Paris, 4-year-old. Lady Light, 4-year-old. Estimate, a 4-year-old. Colour Vision, a 4-year-old. So you have to go back to a 5-year-old, Fame and Glory, and Rite of Passage was 6. So for a few years before that, there was older horses as well. The last day let's go back to this race last year that Elder Alderov was in. That was in the Champions Long Distance Cup. Elder Alderov went off 11-4, second favourite, and Coltrane was 10-1, and was second to Trushan, because it likes Ascot a lot. Not alone did it win last year there, but twice, but to second as well. But the last day it ran in a Group 3, again at 2 miles in the Sagaro Stakes. I thought he was good. Trushan went off even money favourite because it's good to soft ground.
Eagle also travels well, and Hell Habib on the inside. Trushan by only a half length as they run towards the corner. It's Trushan inside the 3 from Nate the Great. Coltrane is peeling wider out is Wise Eagle in that red jacket. Then Rajinski, and can Trushan hold off the challengers here? Coltrane coming through now down the outside. Trushan is headed by Coltrane. Coltrane goes on a half length to Trushan. Here's Wise Eagle running a massive race now, going in pursuit of Coltrane. They race inside the final furlong. It's Trushan back in third, only third, and Coltrane has opened right up, 4-5 lengths clear, and Coltrane, such an improved stayer last season, is getting better all the time.
That was over 2 mile. If he could run that sort of a race tomorrow, he'll be very hard beaten, I think. Elder Alderov won the Ledger last year. We were on the New London. I'm not sure that has ran since, has it? And had a good run the last day, first time back this year in over 1.6 miles. We beat it before, so it is rated a pound higher than us, I think. But I have a soft spot for Coltrane all along, as everyone knows. So 117. Subjectivist is 6. Will he come back to the same form as he was before? Because he was a 4-year-old that time. I'd prefer to be on Coltrane, to be honest. Yeah, he's a pound higher than us. We have Emily Dickinson there. I put it up the last time. We put it up as a double, do you remember? And the two of them finished second. Or that was 6th, but the other one was second. I was disappointed with the way it ran. That is a 4-year-old, so that is all right. Because the rain done us a turn in Punchestown, but I have to stick with Coltrane. In the 4:35, there's or the 5:35, the Hampton Court. There's a horse there. There's 2 horses there owned by the same owner, George Strawbridge, Torito and Epictetus. Both trained by Johnny G. Epictetus was 5th the last time in the French Derby, and it was 5th in the Dante. I won a listed race prior to that. to second last year in a Group 1. So that is the best form, I thought, tomorrow, or coming into the race. Back down to a Group 3. Frankie is the thing. Wapira was 6th in the Epsom Derby as well. But Epictetus would be my selection in that. I'm going on Forum. I know and it should be a bigger price probably only for the Frankie factor. But in the last race, we have a horse here that done us a good turn the last day, Montassib. We backed this at 7-2 the last year, which was 6-4 favourite. But it was 5th in this race last year of 97. It was drawn 1 that day. Where's it drawn this year? You're saying you should know that by now. He's drawn 6. But he was a 10-1 shot earlier. This was him winning for us recently.
With a furlong and a half to go, and Montassib now takes the lead. He's drifting now over towards the far side. In second now, Star of Orion is beginning to play a hand over on the far side. Persuasion of Chola Empire on the near side. Witch Hunter. It's Montassib. Despite hanging right-handed, he still has the lead and another 100 yards to last. Montassib out in front by a length to Chola Empire, racing up close home. Montassib wins.
Now, he didn't beat the same quality of horses. But the fact that he won for us the last day, I'm staying loyal to him. Northern Express is in it as well. But Astro King let down that sort of the form today. And see, Astro King, actually, I didn't get a chance to look at it, just seeing the result. And we're looking to see, did anything happen? Was there any bother or hassle with him? But that's the 2 that I've picked out, or 3 that I've picked out for tomorrow. If I find anything else, I will. I want to get this. It's nearly 9:05 now. I want to get this uploaded, and I want to meet him downstairs at 9 or 9:30. So 2 days down and 3 to go. Bash the bookies. Why did I get this? Because the picture comes up. Here it is again. Great Hotel. This it's the shower head in this. It's about 7 inches square, and it's dead centre in the shower. It's coming right down on top of your head. It's not aimed over at the corner coming on your face. You have to adjust it all or nothing. The only one thing about it is when I was having a shower this morning, there was 2 little bottles, shampoo and conditioner. Took off the cork or the top off them, but do you ever took off the top of orange juice or milk, and there's a cap on it then, but there's all the little thing you can pull. There was nothing there at all. Couldn't get my finger into it, could get nothing. Had to put out my head and get the razor, took off the head of the razor and bore a hole in it. What are you supposed to do? Can anyone tell me? How am I supposed to get it out? I tried to squeeze it to burst it, and there's nothing in the comes with it. Like, I even tried the other one to go into it, but every day's a school day. Bash the bookies over and out.